Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review, and today we're looking at the DC Collectables of Batman and Batcycle action figure sets, and yeah, this is one that I really did not want to miss out on. I missed out on the Batmobile, it was a bunch of money, still really want it. Missed out on the Batwing, a lot more money, still kind of want it. Missed out on the Batcave, basically missed out on almost the entire Batman animated series from DC Collectables, and that's just because I bought the original Batman when he came out, and if anybody remembers the first wave of those figures and just the figures in general up until this point, they weren't, articulation wise, they're not the greatest and stuff. They do look really amazing, they do look really accurate to the series, but that first Batman, oh, did he break on a lot of people, not just me. He did break on me. His ankle broke and it sucked and kind of stopped me from wanting to buy any of them, even though they looked really good. That and the articulations always kind of stopped me. But when I found out this was going to be a thing, and this is a thing, and it's out, I had to get it for two reasons. And I really wish I could show you all, because I still have it somewhere. I just couldn't find it. This is something that I had as a kid, something similar to this. It was a Batcycle Batman. The Batman didn't come off of it or anything. There was no light up features or anything. It was smaller than this. But I had a Batman with this exact same Batcycle, design. And I remember you just pushed it back and wound up and you let it go and it would go flying forward. And I love that thing. Batman the Animated Series, one of my absolute favorite shows growing up, watching it. I still remember sitting in my room, sitting down, just watching it on TV at night. It's really great memories on that front. Bought the entire series on DVD. Thinking about getting it on Blu-ray because it's just that good. And it's one of the things that got me into comic books and basically superheroes and everything in general. It all started with Batman the Animated Series and, a little action figure that was very similar to this, so that's why I had to get it. So I'm so happy to have it because, again, it's just nostalgia on top of nostalgia on top of nostalgia, and it's honestly a really good figure, articulation-wise, looks-wise, everything about it. I really like it. They did a great job with this. Yeah, let's get into the actual review, but before we do that, I'm just going to talk. He does come with one other accessory aside from what you see here, and that is another face, which he has his closed mouth face, and then he has one with his mouth open, looking a little bit more intense. That's pretty much it, but yeah, let's just get into the details. We'll start with the Batman and then move on to the cycle and everything, so let's just again get on with that. So here's the figure itself, and I gotta say, I really love all the improvements they've made. Again, I've not really been collecting the line, but I've seen them, I've seen reviews of let's say the what is it, the expression pack. I really do wish I got that just because of all the faces and everything. What held me back, again, was the articulation and the body and having that fear that, this would happen again. This is the original Batman from the New Adventures, and like I said, it broke on me and kind of stopped me from wanting to get the any more of these. But honestly, I'm really happy I picked this up. Again, the motorcycle was definitely one of the main reasons, though I feel like I would have picked it up just because I would have been curious about the new body mold and everything, and it is way superior than this one here. I mean, the articulation in the legs, I've never been a fan of this weird hinge thing they got going on there, and then the ab crunch. Again, I feel like every DC the collectibles figure from the animated series line should have this. I hope they start doing this with newer ones. I know they're re-releasing the original Joker and Robin pretty soon, but it's again a re-release. I'm sure the plastic and everything and all the quality control has probably gone up, but it's still that limited articulation that I'm not super happy with. And again, if in the future they start redoing all the figures like this, I will be happy. They are doing another Batman. He's going to be slightly blue tinted with the mask and everything. It looks really nice. Gonna end up picking that one up for sure. And yeah, they continue that, I will be very happy. But let's get into this figure itself. I will say right now, popping the head off, not super easy, a little bit hard. Popping the other head on that we have right here, yeah, it felt scary. It felt like, okay, I might break the peg or something. It should fit in, it'll get in, but it's definitely scary, and it's hard to do, especially because of the little bat ears. You don't want to accidentally hurt yourself while doing that, but it goes on there. I did check to see if the hand from this version of the figure would fit on there. You can force it. I wouldn't, because I don't want to stretch out the hole, because the pegs on those hands are smaller, though, again, I don't know how they've done the other figures, like the expression pack one, or the original version of this Batman. For all I know, it is the same peg system, so just check it out, see if it fits. Don't force it because you don't want to break nothing, but that's my advice there. head on this one, on that one. I don't know why you did different Batman things, but if you want to do that, it'll kind of go on there, but not really. Yeah, I've seen people do the expression pack faces on this, and it looked to work okay, so there is that option at least. But anyways, the figure itself comes with the wire cape, like I mentioned, and it's really nice. It's really thick fabric, blue on the inside, really nice looking. It's cut good. I do wish that we could like put it around him, you know, so he can be in like that whole shrouded in the cape thing. I know why you wouldn't do it, especially with this release, considering he's on a motorcycle, but the bendy wire works really good. This whole part can come off, so if you wanted to take it off and replace it with a different cape of your own making, or maybe try and put it on one of the other Batman bodies, I'm sure you could do that, assuming the other ones can come off. And I'm pretty sure that, like, the cape on this one, again, can come off, so I'm sure that's an option. Let's see. Let's go with articulation. So, head up that high, which is really good, especially for the motorcycle, so he can look forward at the street and not be looking down. He can look down a good amount, can look left and right. He does look a little bit up, but not too much. It's actually really good, and pivot side to side. I'm liking this a lot better than the McFarlane one that I reviewed a few videos back, maybe 2 videos back or something. I'm really liking this figure a lot more. Arm can go up that much, rotate all the way around. Does have to swivel at the elbow and a single elbow right there. Could be better, but it works. It fits on the motorcycle, so can't really complain. Twist at the wrist and the hinge right there. He has that rotation, and he can kind of lean back. There we go. That's actually good. I really like that. I mean, I can't really ask for more. And he can definitely lean forward a good amount. Again, I'm loving this figure. He has the right belts, which is great. Remember, the McFarlane one didn't have it, and we'll be comparing that in a little bit here. That can go out that much. Can go forward that much. Can't really go back, but that's fine. Does have the double jointed knees that go all the way, which is great. Rotation at the boots, and can go forward, back, and he does have an ankle pivot. So this Batman can pose so well. You know, I actually really like this. I'm doing a horrible job at getting him into any kind of pose because I'm behind the camera. Stuff is shaking, so I apologize. But you can get him into a good pose. Just maybe, you know, don't have a camera and a light in front of you. But there you go. Really great. Let's move on to the Batcycle and all that stuff, and then we'll get on to the figure comparisons. So starting off with the base here, we have a version that goes with the Batcave, and then we have a version that's basically a street. You can see the little manhole right there, and it does have a thing for the tire in the back here, so it can hold it. The one side is actually really good, the Batcave side. If you lift this up, pull it back, comes off, and then slide the front in like that, and then down. This side is really wobbly. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that's not great, but it's fine. It's cool. This is the side I'm probably going to be using to display it anyway. Besides that, the Batcycle kind of covers the manhole, so it's kind of pointless right there. Just wanted to show that and get onto the Batcycle itself, which we have right here. And like I said, I'm really happy to have this specifically because I had a figure of this as a kid, and the detail on it is really good. You can see here we have like the speedometer and all that stuff kind of going on there. Bat symbol. Computer thing right there. I'm assuming the little handles look good. We do have these little covers where I'm assuming the screw holes are for it. Batteries are down here. They are button cell batteries. I believe it's 2 or 3, but it comes with it. A little tap, pull it out, button, turn it on and off, which we'll do in a minute here. And a wheel here, which is like a hard rubbery plastic, and the wheel in the front. They do spin, both of them, but you can hear kind of scrapes on something, but it's fine. And the wheel can turn left and right a very good amount right there. And again, my favorite part is that it lights up. The computer part lights up, and the tail light lights up. And I'll have some really, you know, a lot better pictures without all the lights in a little bit, so you guys can see that at the end of the video. But overall, it's really basic. Like, it's a really sleek design, but it's the design that Batman is known for. I love it. The little 3 things going on there. I don't know, it's just a really cool, awesome looking motorcycle right there. Sits on that. Like I said, you can kind of tilt it whichever direction you want, and it pretty much holds pretty good. On the other side, it does want to kind of fall over a little bit, but It's awesome. I really like it. Getting Batman on there isn't the hardest thing. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. You just gotta kind of angle him right and get the legs on there good, and just get the hands. See if I can actually do this on video, though. It might be a little difficult. The hands are a little bit rubbery, so they do fit around the little controls right there pretty easily. Gotta bend the knees just right, get the legs in there. The other leg isn't great. Getting him to sit down flat isn't gonna work that good. I tried it for a good while, and it did not want to work. But you can get him sitting on a pretty good pose, something like that. Let's actually turn down the brightness just a little bit here, so you can get a better look. But overall, really good figure, awesome motorcycle. It is a 6-inch scale figure, so I'm sure you could put other figures on there. Unfortunately, the McFarlane figures are 7-inch scale, and I don't even think he has the articulation to fit on there if you wanted to try that. But this is awesome. I love it. Let's move on to some figure comparisons with Batman, and then we'll just wrap this video up. So first off, here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Gogeta and the Marvel Legends Black Suit Spider-Man. And he scales really well with Marvel Legends. You can see they're pretty much the same height. I think Spider-Man's just a little bit taller, maybe. No, Batman's taller by the helmet. It's a little iffy depending on the angle I look at it, but I think Batman is taller. Gogeta, definitely a lot shorter, but it's what you would expect with an import. But these two right here on the right fit in pretty darn good. Next up here he is next to the McFarlane Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Leonardo action figure. You can see they scale really good. This is a lot better than the scale I did between this and the McFarlane figure. Again, it looks good. I think you can definitely mix and match this. Let's actually get Shredder out, because I do have him right here, if I can reach him. I think Shredder is a bit taller, but not too much. He definitely, if you wanted to do that, I think it would work fine. I'm sure Shredder is a tall person anyway, so mixing your line with the NECA figures, even though NECA typically is a 7-inch scale, I think this works really well. I would be okay with this. I would definitely want a Batman with more accessories and something so he can fight instead of having the motorcycle hands, but works really well. I am having to hold this figure up, but here he is next to the original release Batman from the New Adventures. Completely different looks, kind of. I mean, it is the same style, but obviously different. Again, just miles better with this new body. Even if I were comparing it to the original release of the regular Batman animated series, I can say that the articulation on this new one, so much better. I like it. I can't say the body mold, like if he's bigger or smaller in the chest on the other one, again, because the one on the left is a different series. But yeah, I just like it better, and he is taller, if you can kind of see there. The newer one, taller than the one on the left. Again, I unfortunately don't have the other one to compare it with, but there you go. Differences, new one, so much better. I really hope they keep up like this new thing and just make new figures with that articulation and style. We definitely need it, but we'll get to that in a second. And lastly, here he is next to his McFarlane counterpart, and you can see where McFarlane kind of messed up a little bit. Again, the cape shoulder thing I mentioned in the video should have been not this, because that's this style, so I don't know what happened there. Even the regular figure has the cape in that style where it's going behind his shoulders. Bat symbol is fine, though it's a lot wider than the one on the right. The belt's completely different. Even the mask, I think, is slightly different. I feel like, again, they were going for the Justice League look and just messed up with the bat symbol on there. Almost dropped him. Because the, again, New Adventures version, right there, Adventures, did I say it right? I don't know. You can see the big difference. Black back cape, that just fell. Symbol different, and the belt, which is the same style belt, different color. So I don't really know what happened with McFarlane. I'm still sticking with they were going for Justice League version, and we got this, and these guys aren't going to want to stay standing. So again, if I had to choose, I would definitely go with Collectables. I do think McFarlane is going to put out these a lot faster. Even if they start doing the new bodies, they're definitely going to put out figures a lot faster. So it's a little iffy on what series I would want to collect. If anything, I'll probably go for, like, let's say the rest of the Justice League if they do them. I know Green Lantern is out and I probably should pick him up. But if they go with, who would be missing? Wonder Woman, Flash, Hawkgirl, and Martian Manhunter. If they do those, maybe I'll pick them up just to keep them. And maybe if they redo Batman in kind of like a more accurate suit, I'll pick it up. But if DC Collectibles goes with this new route of the new body and everything, I'm just gonna stick with that because it's definitely the superior figure in the line. So I think I made my opinions on this figure very clear. Really awesome, really great. I highly recommend it. If you are a Batman animated series fan, definitely go for it. Yeah, I got that nostalgia attached to it, but even without it, this is just an awesome figure, awesome articulation. Everything about it is really good, and it's maybe my favorite Batman figure I own at the moment, though I do wish he had like a regular unhelmeted head. That is coming pretty soon, and that will probably be my favorite Batman figure. And I'm talking McFarlane, even Mezco-wise. I love the Mezco ones. They're great. They have that unique look. But to me, nothing's ever really gonna beat the animated series line. Call me biased, it's fine. I kind of am here, but it is just that good of a figure. And again, I highly recommend it. The Batcycle, again, really cool, really awesome. Love it. Love the light up feature. And even without the light up feature, it's still a really good looking vehicle, and don't really have much else to say here. Again, I'm just hoping that DC Collectibles kind of ups their quality and the next figure releases will be up to like this standard. There were like 4 other figures released along with this, which I forgot the names of it. I think one of them was Two-Face, and you can tell that his articulation is definitely the old classic stuff. So again, I'm really hoping that sales for the new one go up or something, and we get new body molds in this style, because we definitely need it. I'm talking weird. I need a drink of water. Anyways, I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.